Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna amend the charge to double parking.
Okay.
We're gonna dismiss that criminal charge.
Okay.
You agree to pay $400 in cost, and the item ceased. Oops, not a gun. See, look at that.
Sure, all phones are silent, please, or shut off when the judge comes in. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Oh, okay, that's what it's all about. Yeah, I didn't know what you did. Well, that was my first one, but you took care of the first book, right?
Yeah, and this is a different one.
Yeah.
I think it's for Thursday.
Cause she called me and asked me, how we paid, that's all you
No, she wants.
I'm not angry, I hate to do that, but I can't, I have no choice. I already had their turn.
I'm sorry, hold on. I'm sorry, I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah. Well, she's not bad.
The question is, do we need
She's not
No, it doesn't have a third one.
these are all Duncan's right here.
Oh, okay. These are just ones that he wants to turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I'll ask Murray if he wants them on right.
Yeah, we'll cover it. Yeah, no go or something. Yes, I just forgot to say my name.
Yeah, I know.
Counselor, on your two adjournments, you want those on record, or it does not have to be?
Doesn't have to be.
That's all I need to know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, the judge of the bench. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I have a counselor I have to do first, an attorney goes first. You have another appointment, ma'am? At 10? What's your client's last name? I don't. Did he have counsel with him? Mr. Bowditch? Yeah, Mr. Bowditch hasn't brought the paperwork in yet, so we're waiting for Mr. Bowditch to bring the paperwork in. So. Counsel, how are you, sir?
Very good, yourself? Good result? Get a different date.
Perfect. Yep. Another adjournment here, ma'am.
Okay, great.
It'll be a couple minutes, we got two other adjournments.
You guys send in an order, or have an order sent in and, for the judge to sign.
Okay. Okay. The prosecutor for.
You can ask them, I'm not sure.
Okay, I will, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
You move.
This is another, just keep, yeah, we're gonna get in here shortly, but I got enough in front of you that, just keep going, yeah.
Gotcha.
That last one, right?
Yeah.
Your adjournments went up the street, we're just trying to take care of things, so just. I got an adjournment, I can't find the file.
working on a few of them.
No, I don't have that.
Yeah.
It was David Kramer's case.
What's his name? I'm gonna go find out.
No, hold on, I got it here. It is right here.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
But there's another guy out there that needs her to interpret for him, and she said we have to call her. He speaks Nordic.
Okay. What do you?
So there's no way.
Look at that hand, look at the hand.
See them things hanging around your neck?
Look, hey, look at that handwriting.
Oh, she did say.
Yes, sir. She's here.
Angela, this can't keep happening. Not all of this can keep going on that day. Josh.
Hey, Jeff, are you doing?
Yes, I think so. Why are they all in the news? Not all of them. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
You're doing it legitimate.
yes, I agree, yeah, and I can. So, yes. Yeah.
Not all the time.
No, I put it in. I'll be back.
Oh, Jamie, I got another.
All right. The last first name is on that.
It's M-O-I.
Yeah, I can't find it. I can't find it. Oh, I got it.
Hey, you have to interpret the phone. Oh, she is. Okay. The interpreter for. Yes. Correct, because it's in the other room. Oh. I don't have email out there. Yeah. So I would just need to email that to her with that. Oh, be fine. Yes, okay, yeah, that's fine. I will do that. Thank you very much. Here's the two. Here's the three different. The other one. Your turn.
Oh, you told Duncan that?
No, he's conversing. Yeah, parents will get mad except for this one.
Kramer's notice is gonna get. Oh, I can leave that. The guy, what's the client's name?
It shows the attorney at the bottom, JD.
Thank you, Heather.
You're welcome.
Kramer's just getting mad. Okay, so I don't have the client leader.
The client, Jamie has.
I got it, okay. Thank you so much. I'm gonna come back in, I'll take care of my.
Okay, thank you.
I've seen that, you said John. What? Oh. You're ready? Thank you. No, we're on the call right now. All right. Have a good day. Mr. Rowland, step up, please. Sign your up. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready now. Do you want to do the two interpreters first?
Yes.
Should I go and see,
I'm sorry.
should I go with the other defendant and see?
You know, let's wait here, because you'll be the first up I need.
Are they both not in here?
No,
Only
one,
one
he
is.
didn't talk to attorney yet. You wanna talk to him?
Oh, okay, so yeah, we'll do this first one first and then you can go up to that.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this interpreter first.
Civil correction.
Yep, 14 days.
That's one.
All right, yep, I'll just phone them ready for today.
All right, thank you so
Thanks,
much.
have a good- Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
Please rise. 34th District Court now, finally decide.
Good morning, folks. Have a seat. Yep. Appearances on El Mokhtar Malid.
Ready, Your Honor. Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Molid. We have an interpreter, Your Honor.
Good morning. Your
This
Good
young
morning,
lady will introduce herself.
Go ahead.
Tanya Ghanem, I'm a qualified interpreter.
Would you raise your right hand? Arabic?
Yes,
Do you swear or affirm that you will accurately translate between English and Arabic, Arabic and English, so we can all discuss this matter today?
I do.
Let him know what we talked about.
حلفني يمين حتى أنه
Your Honor, today's date and time set for the arraignment, you waive formal reading and stand mute. We've also had a chance to pre-try this case, Your Honor. We have an executed plea agreement subject to court.
Tell me about it.
In that agreement, this young man he pleaded guilty to fail to display a valid license. The other matters will be dismissed.
Thank you.
Your Honor, in my office, the interpreter has gone over the rights, and he has signed accordingly.
Sir,
do you understand the rights you have today?
Yes.
Do you understand the options those rights present?
Yes.
Do you understand the possible penalty for fail to display a valid license?
Yes.
Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to that charge today?
Yes.
Are you doing so freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Did you drive a vehicle at or near Metro Airport on April 10th, 2024?
Yes.
Did you have a valid license to show the officer?
Your Honor, he had an international license. It was not accepted.
Yes, that's right.
Did you have a valid Michigan license to show the officer?
No.
You satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
I am as well. What should I know about this gentleman before I sentence?
Your Honor, I think he was just trying to make a living here.
Who's he driving for?
Now that I'm not sure.
Who were you driving for?
My friend works there, so I was driving him.
Okay, okay, all right. Are you working?
No.
When's the last time you had a job?
Here I don't work.
When's the last time you had a job?
متى آخر مرة اشتغلت بحياتك؟ In my country. In the beginning of 2023.
Okay, all right. Anything you want me to know before I sentence you?
بس انه ممكن يكون يعني
ما يكون عندك شو؟
مصاري اللي داير ممكن يعني نعطيهم كما سألت.
So if I'm gonna make the payments of the penalty, is it gonna be payments or today I have to?
Payments are an option.
ممكن إنه تسوي دفعات إذا بدك. Okay, that's it.
Anything else?
أي شيء ثاني؟
Okay. All right, fines and costs on, well, first of all, I'm dismissing the 2 civil infractions. And fines and costs on the fail to display license misdemeanor, total $500. If you go downstairs on the first floor, you can set up a payment plan. Any questions?
Can you reduce the amount?
I can, but I won't.
يقدر بس هو ما بده.
Any other questions?
أي سؤال ثاني؟ No.
Good luck. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Mr. Duncan,
Yes, Judge.
Koshan Vincent? Is that right, sir?
Brandon Vincent, coaching this week.
The hyphen always throws me off. I never know which one's first.
Hello,
Good
Your
morning,
Honor,
gentlemen.
Duncan, appearing on behalf of the defendant, Judge, for purposes of arraignment, my client reads the reading of the complaint and stands mute.
Thank you.
Judge, we had a pretrial, and it's been recommended to the court that my client be allowed to plead no contest under 771.
Yep.
And that would last for a period of 6 months, and he does wish to plead no contest.
Okay. Sir, did you go over your rights and options with Mr. Duncan?
Yes, sir.
Understood those rights and options?
Yes, sir.
You understand the possible penalty for this charge?
Yes, sir.
You understand, sir, when you say no contest, you're literally saying to me that you're not fighting this charge.
Yes, sir.
All right. You understand that if I do find a factual basis that supports the plea, at that point, there'll be a sentencing, and in this case, we're going to discuss a delayed sentence.
Yes, sir.
Understanding all of that, is it your desire to plead no contest today?
Yes, sir.
Doing so freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
All right. I think there's enough information on the appearance ticket to justify the plea. Have you looked
I
at the
think so.
ticket?
Yes.
You satisfied with those
Yes, I am.
facts? I'll accept the plea. What should I know about Mr. Vincent Cochin, right?
Judge, the defendant has two minor children. He gets them every weekend. He's up to date on child support.
Good.
He works at Swift Transportation. He's a manager there.
How long you been at Swift?
I've been there for a year and a half. Before that, I held a job with another trucking agency.
Okay.
So I've always had steady work since age of 12. I worked at Pizza Barn in Romulus since I was 12 years old.
Okay.
And judges, he does leave the state quite often as part of his job.
Mhm.
And he's just worried about.
Yeah, it's not gonna hurt anything
6
on me.
months.
I'll even make a note in the file. It's okay to leave the state.
And the other thing, Judge, he does have a prepaid cruise vacation coming up. in
I'm
a
okay
month
with
or
that.
so. So he's asking that he be allowed to
Yep.
go on his cruise
Yep.
vacation.
Have fun. Where are you going?
I'm going to Mexico all the way over to Miami. We're
All right.
gonna start in California and then travel all the way over to
Good.
Miami.
Be safe.
Thank you, sir.
Anything else?
No, Judge, that's all.
Okay. Anything else you want me to know? You don't have to, just,
No, sir. I think that he's told you everything.
all right, and the deal with the prosecutor was 6 months delayed?
Yes,
All right. I'll delay a sentence for 6 months. During that time period, you stay out of trouble, no new criminal offenses, court costs are assessed amount of $500. Pay that today or need a payment plan?
I'd like a payment plan.
Set that up downstairs before you leave the building.
Yes,
Judge,
sir.
thank you.
Oh, hold on a minute, what do we got? Oh, you're already on a payment plan, right?
Yeah,
You're just gonna roll this in?
yeah, roll.
You're up to date on that payment
Yes,
plan?
sir, I am. I actually.
Just roll this in before you leave.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Duncan, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right,
I'm not scratching.
That's fine.
yeah, we'll catch up later. How about Samuel Wright the third?
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Adler here on behalf of Mr. Samuel Wright.
Good morning.
Mr. Wright, please state your name for the court.
Samuel Wright III.
Good morning.
Your Honor, we're here for a show cause. I did speak with Mr. Wright on this. We would just let the court know that he did not receive the initial notice. He will again, verified the address is correct now. We don't anticipate any issues going forward. For today's purposes, Your Honor, we would like to accept the people's plea offer. We'll be pleading as charged to retail fraud, delinquency of a minor under Holmes Youthful Training Act with an agreed upon 6 months term of probation.
All right, so both files.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Mr. Wright, did you discuss your rights and options with counsel?
Yes, sir.
You understood all those?
Yes, sir.
Did you discuss the possible penalty for these charges?
Yes, sir.
You understood those?
Yes, sir.
Understanding the possible penalties and the rights and options you have today, are you pleading guilty to both these charges freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Hadley, it looks like both incident dates are the same, March 15, 2024. Can you voir dire to get me the facts I need?
Yes, sir. On March 15th of 2024, were you at the Walmart in Belleville in the state of Michigan?
Yes, sir.
And did you have your 16-year-old cousin with you at that date and time?
Yes, sir.
And were both of you stopped by loss prevention or staff at the Walmart for attempting to leave the store with an item that you had not paid for?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, my understanding after speaking with the people is that's where the delinquency component came in.
Yeah, that makes
The minor
sense.
was with them. We feel the elements have been satisfied and we'd like to do a very brief allocution.
Okay, how old are you?
20.
Thank you. I agree with you on the facts. Allocution.
Thank you, Your Honor. The item that was involved here was a brush for shoes.
I noticed he was a sharp dresser.
He was and is. This young man is actively out trying to better his life, looking for new employment. He's doing gig work right now with Uber Eats in between. Financially, he's in a pretty rough spot. Again, I think looking back on this incident, obviously he wishes he could take back his decision that day. But this is not a criminally minded young man. I think a Holmes Youthful Training Act will serve this.
No priors?
Nope. I don't think no prior convictions.
No, sir.
Okay.
So again, young man who made a bad decision that day.
Okay.
And we would ask again, when fashioning fines and costs, just sort of consider where his lot in life is right now,
Yep.
allowing him to move forward.
Yep. Where'd you go to high school, Mr. Wright?
Skyline High School.
Summit?
Skyline.
Skyline.
Where's that at?
Ann Arbor.
Graduated when?
2022.
All right. Anything you want to add before I set the terms of sentence?
No, sir.
All right. Part of this plea agreement is to get your prints taken at Van Buren. Can you show up by the end of the day today, like 4 o'clock?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll sign that order.
No, I take care of that.
All right, I'll delay sentence on each of these files for 6 months. During that time period, you stay out of trouble, no new criminal offenses. On each of these files, I'm gonna assess court costs of $300, so that's a $600 total. You can go downstairs and you can do, I'm gonna give you 2 different options. You can set up a payment plan so you can do it with money, well, actually 3 different options. Or you could talk to Mr. Taylor downstairs, set up a way that you can close these out by doing community service charity work, or I guess the third option would be some combination of time and payments. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Have a great day.
You're all set. Just go check in the counter. Does he need to wait for paperwork? No.
No, I just got to see Avery. Yeah, it'll be in the system.
Just head on downstairs.
How about Daniel? Is it usury?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Hadley, appearing on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Daniel Ussery, who will be coming to the podium and stating his name for the court. This was quick, Your Honor. Mr. Ussery has provided evidence to the people that he was in compliance and did have a license at the time. And in accordance, they've agreed to dismiss the case.
Okay. All right, there is some bond money. Did you post a bond? All right, so you're gonna get 90% of that money back. We keep a 10% bond fee. Any questions, sir?
No, sir.
All right, I'm assuming it's okay with you if I dismiss it.
Yeah.
All right, you're all set. You can go downstairs and they'll process that money.
They'll get you your rest of your cash downstairs. You're all set. Good day, sir.
So, Mr. Dix, I've been told your file's dismissed as well? You just watching, or are you here to hear that?
I believe he's just watching.
Okay. I don't have the file.
It was a civil infraction.
Oh, well, if it's a civil infraction, I'm not gonna call it. So if it's dismissed.
Have a good day.
You as well. Bielski, Brandon?
Yes, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Hadley, appearing on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Brandon Bielski, who will be coming to the podium and stating his name for the court.
Brandon Bilski.
Good morning.
Your Honor, we'll waive the formal reading of the arraignment and would like to go ahead and enter a plea as charged this matter, and we'll just provide a very brief allocution.
Okay. All right. Mr. Bielski, you understand your rights and options after discussing those with counsel?
Yes, I do.
You understand the possible penalty for today's charge?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty to today's charge?
Yes, I am.
Freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Facts?
Your Honor, we have a defense date.
March 24.
And the store, on March 24th of 2024, were you at the Meyer in Van Buren Township, Wayne County, state of Michigan?
Yes.
And was there an item or items that you failed to pay for at the self-checkout before you left?
Yes.
Your Honor, feel the elements have been satisfied.
So do I.
There was no restitution in this matter. No items left the store. In the way of allocution, we spoke about this, in conference before coming in. He owns responsibility. Again, it was a regrettable decision. He's not here to make excuses. He accepts responsibility and just asked the court to consider again. These were more of acts of, I don't want to say need, but again, he wasn't out trying to steal items to be fenced or anything for criminal nature, just kind of finds himself in a very tough spot right now.
Well, what did total $270?
Closing, those are clothing items.
You working?
At the moment, I am not working.
When's the last time you held a job?
Probably the end of 2022. I stay at home with kids. I got 3 kids.
So you're a stay-at-home father?
Yeah.
Okay. Mom work?
What's that?
Mom work?
Yes.
Where's she work?
Ford. I'm gonna be working soon because the toddler is gonna be going to
Okay.
school.
Okay.
Discuss the cost of daycare, Your Honor. Sometimes it's almost,
Yeah.
you are better off to stay home and take care of the kids than pay someone else.
Yeah. Yeah, which also means you don't steal their clothes.
No, and again, he is not making excuses. He did admit his sorrow, regret for the poor decision. And again, thinking back to how that would look to the kids, he knows it was a mistake.
3 kids?
Yes.
Youngest is how old?
3.
Oldest?
12.
Okay,
No, 13.
okay.
Just had a birthday.
All right. Anything else you want me to consider, sir?
No.
All right, fines and costs total $400. Same, I'm gonna give you the same options. You can work out a payment plan, you can work out some kind of a community service plan. If you get in, all right, so your oldest is 13, what's your middle?
7.
7, tough. Certainly for the oldest one, if you get invented, you can probably find someplace where you're doing your charity work and you're taking the 13-year-old with you. 13-year-old thinks you're having fun, but you're taking care of some charity work for the court.
Right.
The other two are probably too young for that to happen. But I'll leave that to you. If you just want to make payments, you can set that up as well.
Okay.
Questions?
No.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Jeremy O'Brien.
Morning,
You
Your Honor.
guys want me to go back and forth? Is it easier if I do that?
Whatever the court calls for.
I think did Alexis Spoon already get dismissed?
I don't remember calling the name.
Alexis Spooner?
She did, her
She's
file's over there to the side.
beautiful. I'm almost done, Jeff. Your Honor, we can go forward with O'Brien if you're okay with that.
Go ahead.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Adley, appearing on behalf of defendant, Mr. Jeremy O'Brien. Please state your name for the court.
Jeremy O'Brien.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your Honor, we'll waive the formal reading of the arraignment, and we would like to go ahead and move forward with the people's plea offer. Right now, the offense of operating while intoxicated, OWI, will be dismissed, and we will be pleading to the reduced charge of operating while visibly impaired, and we will be pleading guilty as charged to the open intoxicant in vehicle.
All right, sir, did you discuss your rights and options with counsel?
Yes, sir.
Understood those?
Yes, sir.
You understand the possible penalty for these charges?
Yes, sir.
Understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily today?
Yes, sir.
April 4, 2024 was the incident date, if you would voir dire.
Absolutely. On April 24th of 2024, were you operating a motor vehicle in Van Buren Township, County of Wayne, State of Michigan?
Yes, sir.
And on that date and time that you were operating the vehicle, had you consumed alcohol prior to driving?
Yes, sir.
And had that alcohol impacted your ability to safely operate the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
And did you also have an open container of alcohol or liquor inside the vehicle at the time you were stopped?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I believe the elements have been satisfied.
So do I. I'll dismiss the original count 1. All right, so Mr. O'Brien, I'm going to put you on a personal bond. I'm going to send you downstairs to the probation counter to schedule a pre-sentence interview and a sentencing, 2 different dates. When you come back, you'll have a chance to go over a report and a recommendation for sentencing. I'll have looked at that report. You can talk about that report with Mr. Hadley. Then the 3 of us will have a conversation. I'll decide what the sentence should be. Understood?
Yes, sir.
All right. In the meantime, personal bond. The first condition is the obvious one, stay out of trouble. Second condition one is almost as obvious, which is cooperate with probation so we can get you back here for sentencing. And the third one is do not purchase, possess, or consume any mood altering substance that includes alcohol and or marijuana unless you got a doctor's prescription. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court amount of $1,000 if you mess up on bond?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
You're all set. Go on downstairs. Thank you. Sarah Bruckner. Counsel, good morning.
Good morning.
Your appearance, please.
Iris Rubin, appearing on behalf of Sarah Bruckner, who is to my left.
All right, looks like we got a plea worked out.
Yes, we do.
All right, so we're gonna have a plea to count 2 and a plea to impair, dismiss original count 1, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
And
Ms. Bruckner, do you understand your rights and options after discussing same with counsel?
I do.
And you understand the possible penalty for the charges today?
Yes.
Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to impaired driving and interfering with police?
Yes.
Counsel, would you like to voir dire to give me my facts? January 14th, 2024 is the incident date.
yes, Your Honor. So, Ms. Bruckner, it's true that on the date of this offense, you were in Van Buren Township, correct?
Correct, yes.
And you were on substantial medication, but you also had alcohol in your ingested alcohol.
Yes.
Correct? And that impaired your ability to drive, correct?
Yes.
And you also were interfering with the police officer you were very agitated, you have anxiety, you have many other conditions, and that also caused you to interfere with the police officer doing his job. Is that correct? Yes,
Are you satisfied, counsel?
I am.
So am I. I'll dismiss the original count one. All right, Ms. Bruckner, you just heard me explain to the guy in front of you. We're going to send you downstairs to set up an appointment to come back and be interviewed by a probation officer, and they'll let you have a sentencing date. You can pick that before you leave the building,
Okay.
counsel, so you have some input on the sentencing.
Okay.
When you come back, you and your attorney are going to have a chance to look at that report and recommendation. I'll have looked at it. We'll talk. I'll decide what the sentencing should be at that point. Understood? In the meantime, I'm going to put you on a personal bond condition. Condition?
Did you put up an, you didn't?
Oh, you are on a bond.
Yeah.
Okay, bond is
Yeah.
continued then. All right. Okay,
And Your Honor, is the probation today or?
she's gonna
Make an
meet with
appointment.
probation to be interviewed or to set up the interview.
Right.
She's not going to be interviewed today.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
And I'll sentence both those files at the same time. Have a good day, ladies.
Thank you.
I'll do that, yeah. Candace, is it Stour or Stewart?
It is Stewart, Your Honor.
Stewart.
Your Honor, I'm speaking loudly. I always speak loudly, but Miss Stewart is hard of hearing.
Where is she?
Miss Stewart. She's approaching, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Morning.
Can you hear me okay?
So far,
Okay, I'll be loud.
you're as loud as you want.
Okay.
Ma'am, could you tell the judge your name for the record, please?
Candace Stewart.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Your Honor, today's the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. We waive formal reading and stand mute. We've also had a chance to pre-try this case. We do have an executed plea agreement subject to court approval.
Let me stop you. I've got two files. I've only got a plea that talks about one.
Are both of them a retail fraud, Your Honor?
They are.
She's pleading guilty to one count. The other would be dismissed.
That was the idea. Okay. Go ahead.
The executed plea agreement, Your Honor, once again, Ms. Stewart would be pleading guilty to one count of retail fraud with the understanding all the other counts would be dismissed.
I'm going to take the plea on 51.
Also in that agreement, Your Honor, Ms. Stewart will be pleading guilty under statute 771 with the understanding, if she complies with all the court's wishes, after the expiration of 1 year, the court will consider dismissal of these charges.
Ma'am, did you discuss your rights and options with Mr. Bowditch?
Did you discuss your rights
Yes.
with me?
Yes,
Did you understand these rights?
yes,
Do you understand the possible penalty for retail fraud?
yes,
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
yes,
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
yes,
Did you try to take some merchandise from a store in Van Buren Township without paying for it on December 3rd?
yes.
What was the merchandise?
Toilet paper for $5.99.
Okay,
Your Honor, there is also restitution in this matter.
of more than $5.
Yes, $500 and some dollars, Your Honor. Ms. Stewart had several accounts. And this is an accumulation of those accounts.
Okay,
We have talked about the restitution and she agrees to it.
do you have any prior convictions on your record?
I'm sorry.
Any prior convictions?
No, this is my first rodeo and my last rodeo. I promise you.
With respect, I assume you are of a certain age because of the gray in your hair.
He said you must be of a certain age because you have gray hair.
I'm just going with the flow. I like your gray hair too.
My point is, when I have somebody your age in front of me for a retail fraud and it's a first, usually there's something going on. What's going on?
What?
What's going on that had you go through this?
Life. That's all I can tell you. Just struggling. I have my kids. I wasn't working at the time. Now I am. Now I am.
Where are you working?
I work for a pizzeria.
Okay, okay. What else?
That's it.
Okay, I want to know what's going on in life and see if I can help. I'd rather help than do this
I
again.
live with my kids. I try and help them.
Okay,
That's about it.
okay. Are you working full-time?
Oh, about 30 hours.
Anything else you would like me to consider? I've only got 2 files. Were there other incidents that didn't get charged?
14.
Time period?
That I'm not too sure about, Your Honor.
I don't know. Miss Manarino. I understand that Miss Stewart, Miss Stewart has a number of incidents that aren't in front of me today.
No, Judge, there was one of the files that had, I believe, 11 counts. There were 14 total. So one of the, they only made one file.
Okay, okay.
So they're all in front of you.
Okay, so they're all from December, January.
I believe so.
The
Judge.
incident dates I got is it. That's
Correct.
the time. frame.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
Your Honor.
all right.
They're
No
just
problem
talking about
since.
the time frame.
Sorry, Judge.
No problem since January.
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
I am feeling very sympathetic to your issue.
I'm sorry?
The judge is feeling very sympathetic to your issue.
So nice. You're so nice.
You haven't heard it yet. Okay. I'm sympathetic, but I'm not gullible. So I want you to understand, I'm going to let you off today with no court costs, just the restitution. You're under my thumb for a year.
Okay. You won't see me again, I promise.
If I see you again, I'm putting you in jail.
Okay.
Understood? Hold on, there's more to the bargain. If you're feeling so stressed that you are tempted to do something as stupid as you were doing in December, you come back and see me.
Okay.
You promise me.
Yes.
Now I'll make a deal. Okay?
I'll see him too, because you guys.
Seriously. This building is full of resources for people that are up against it.
Okay.
So if you get up against it again, where do you go? Go away and sin no more.
He told me to go away and say no more. Judge, yes. Are we doing restitution?
Yeah.
Make payments on that.
What'd you work out with restitution? How's she gonna do that? Go catch her and tell her she gotta go set that up with us. We'll collect, she can pay us, we'll pay Myers. He knows the number, $538.
That's
Yeah.
correct. Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, I gotta catch up with my notes. Yelling takes a lot out of me. Is it Garvin?
Ready, Your Honor. Ms. Garvin, come on up. Your Honor, for,
I took off the wrong pile, James.
that's a stuff, Alden. Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of and with Ms. Garvin. Ms. Garvin, could you tell the judge your name for the record, please?
Ashley Garvin.
Good
Thank
morning,
you.
ma'am.
Your Honor, today's the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. We wait for a reading, stand mute. We've also had a chance to pre-try this case. Ms. Garvin wishes to plead guilty to the charge of trespassing at the airport with the understanding the matter would be taken under 771 for a period of 3 months, with the understanding if she has no business at the airport, she has no business at the airport.
Understood. Ma'am, did you discuss your rights and options with Mr. Bowditch today? I'm shouting.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Once you get into it.
Do you understand the possible penalty for the trespass charge?
Yes,
Are you pleading guilty to that charge freely and voluntarily today?
yes.
Where were you at that you weren't supposed to be on April 18th?
A bus stop at the airport.
Prior to the April 18 date, had you been told not to be there?
No, Your Honor, this is her first offense.
Then how's it trespassing?
No, they just trespassed me. They didn't have any leniency. It was just like, you gotta go. That's it. You know,
Now,
All right, was it a place open to the public or not?
no, I was standing outside and talking and stuff, and they like, it's time to leave, don't come.
they may have had a warning, Your Honor. This is the first charge they filed.
Okay, so had you been warned not to be at that location?
I can't, they told me not to, loiter around me. And they came back out and they told me I had to leave.
Okay, I think that does it.
I'm
You
sorry.
agree?
Defense. says.
Okay, I'll accept the plea. What should I know before I sentence?
Your Honor, I think just another person falling on hard times.
Are you working, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
When's the last time you did?
Well, I'm in between jobs, actually. Last time I worked was, like middle of April,
Okay, where were you working in April?
McDonald's.
Okay, right. All right, anything you want me to know, ma'am, before I set the terms of sentence?
No, sir.
All right, I'll delay sentence for 3 months, stay out of trouble, no new charges. Court costs are assessed the amount of $300. If you need a payment plan or you want to work out some kind of community service option, you can do either or both of those downstairs. Any questions?
All right, so I got court cost of $300.
Total is $300.
All right, thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Abdu El Jami, is that right? El Jami?
Yeah, yes.
Good morning, counsel.
Good morning, Judge. Sam Fiki on behalf of Mr. Aljami, who's standing to my right.
All right, I've got a plea agreement.
We have a plea agreement, Your Honor, and had a talk with the prosecutor, and Mr. Aljami is obviously here and he's willing to enter into that plea agreement.
Okay, you're pleading responsible to double parking, sir? And
Yes,
you've agreed to
yes.
pay fines and costs of $400?
Okay.
Can you pay it today or need payments?
Today,
Okay, go downstairs. The cashier will smile when she takes your money.
thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Misdemeanor is dismissed.
Have a good one.
Have a good day, gentlemen. Jonathan, wow, that's a tough one. Say it for me. Again, no, I got a Jonathan with a lot of letters. Mikatima? How do you say it? Say it again. Mikatima. Oh, it's easy when you know how to say it. Mikatima, come on up. All right. Sir, are you going forward today without an attorney?
Yes.
Okay, but you've talked to the prosecutor?
Yes.
Do you understand your rights?
Yes.
You understand the options those rights give you?
Yes.
You understand the possible penalty for the added charge of intoxicated driving?
Yes.
Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to that charge today?
Yes.
Are you doing so freely and voluntarily? Okay. Did you drive a vehicle in Van Buren Township on March 21, 2024 after you consumed some alcohol?
Yes.
Okay. And did you take a breath test for the police department?
Yeah.
Was your blood alcohol content 0.17 or higher? Do you know what it was? All right, well, let's do it this way. Looking back on March 21, 2024, do you feel that due to your consumption of alcohol, your ability to operate your vehicle that day was materially or substantially affected?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay. And on that date, when you came in contact with the police, did you have open intoxicating beverages inside your vehicle? Did you have an open bottle of alcohol in the car?
I was just surprised.
You were what?
I was just surprised when I see it.
Okay, I didn't understand
I
that.
mean, open and tax. I mean, it was a surprise to me to saw that on the car.
You had alcohol in the car?
Yeah, it was alcohol.
Okay, like a bottle of alcohol?
Bottle.
And it was open? The seal was open?
It was open.
Okay, I can accept your plea. I will dismiss the original charge of operating with a high BAC. All right, I'm going to send you downstairs to the probation counter. They're going to schedule for you to come back and meet with one of the probation officers. They're going to interview you. They'll put together a report and a recommendation for sentencing. They'll also tell you today when you have to come back for your sentencing, and that's when you and I will talk again. You'll have the report. I'll have the report. We'll talk about it. I'll decide what your penalties will be. Understood? Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to put you on a personal bond. First condition is stay out of trouble. Second condition, cooperate with probation so we can get you back here for sentencing. Third condition, no alcohol, no marijuana, no controlled substances unless you've got a doctor's prescription. Do you understand all that?
Yes.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to court amount of $1,000 if you mess up on bond? Any questions about any of that?
I want to make sure when I'm gonna pay.
You don't have to worry about paying now. You'll find out how much you have to pay when you come back for sentencing. Anything else? All right, downstairs, listen for your name. They'll call you up to the counter.
Okay.
Mark Collins, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Are you going forward today without a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you've met with the prosecutor?
Yes, sir.
And you're going to plead guilty to a checkpoint violation on March 5/24, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you read your rights form?
Yes.
You understand those rights and the options those rights give you?
Yes, sir.
You understand the possible penalty for this charge?
Yes, sir.
Understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty to this charge freely and voluntarily today?
Yes, sir.
Sir, did you come in contact with officers at a checkpoint at Detroit Metro Airport on March 5/24?
Yes, sir.
And at that time and at that location, did you have possession of a firearm that you were not authorized to have there?
Yes, sir.
I will accept your plea to this charge. What should I know about you, Mr. Collins, before I set the terms of sentence?
Fly all the time for work.
Who do you work for?
I'm actually working for a brokerage company that retrieves heavy equipment.
Okay.
So I fly in different states that
Retrieves.
Yeah, retrieves.
As in
As
repo.
in repos.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
okay. All right.
And with that job, I fly up to 50 or more times a year.
Okay.
So
Okay.
at this particular time, I had just found out my mother had terminal cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry. So your mind wasn't completely on travel. Yeah. How's she doing?
Not good. I just left her.
Where's mom live?
Detroit.
Well, at least she's close. Good luck with that, Mr. Collins. Anything else I should know?
Honorable
Discharged from the military,
How many years?
Navy, 4 years,
Which branch?
Navy.
Thank you for your service. Have you received a letter from TSA about this incident?
I didn't.
All right. Have you heard about those?
No, I just talked to
Right.
the officer at the time and he said he was gonna write it up as a misdemeanor.
Well, that's completely different from the letter. You may get a letter from the TSA. I'm hearing, in this situation, I'm hearing a lot of people are getting a letter from the TSA. And basically I think it's an extortion letter, but the letter basically says, this is what our fine is. If you don't pay the fine or negotiate something with us, then we'll put you on the no-fly list, which means you can't fly for work anymore. I've heard numbers as high as $6,000. So I'm just warning you, that letter might find you.
Oh, okay.
Keep your fingers crossed. Maybe you'll just fall through the cracks, but it seems like lately, when we first started hearing about it, by the time they got to us, they'd already received the letter. And now I think you're about the third or fourth person in the last month I've talked to that haven't seen the letter yet. So maybe they're not getting them. I don't know, but I just want to warn folks. Okay. Anything else?
No, sir.
And you've talked to the prosecutor about getting your weapon back?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Mr. Collins, I'll go along with the prosecutor's recommendation for a 3-month delayed sentence. Stay out of trouble, no new crimes. Court costs are assessed the amount of $500. Can you do that today or do you need payments?
No, I can pay right now.
Pay it in full. Go down and see our cashier. She's going to smile at you when she takes your money. Any
Anything-
questions?
Credit, right? Debit card, right?
Yeah, well, talk to her because we have a third-party processor and the fees can get pretty steep. So find out what it is.
Oh,
If you want to do it, and take,
No, I can go get cash.
that's up to you. If you need a payment plan or just want to say, here's, set up a due date to come back with the cash, whatever you want to do, you can work that out at the counter.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Good luck with mine.
Thank you.
All right, Jonathan Vaughn. Good morning again, Mr. Vaughn. You are going forward today without an attorney, correct?
Yes, sir.
But you made a deal with the prosecutor.
Yes, sir.
You're going to plead responsible to a civil infraction. You've agreed to pay $250 court costs, and the misdemeanor issued April 21 will be dismissed.
Yes, sir.
That's the deal.
Yes, sir.
And that's what you want to do today.
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you pay the $250 today?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to send you downstairs to that smiling cashier.
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Have a lovely day.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. How about, is it Selassie Lee? Selassie? Good morning, sir. Do I got a file for counsel?
These two are going to be adjourned.
Okay. We need files for them. You got those files?
Yeah.
Sir, did you read your rights form today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand those rights? You
Yes.
understand the options you have today?
Yes.
You understand the possible penalty for the checkpoint violation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
All right, were you at the airport on April 21?
Yes.
At a checkpoint? While you were at that checkpoint on the 21st, did you have a firearm that you were not authorized to have there?
That's correct.
I'll accept your plea. You working?
No, sir. Not at this time.
When's the last time you had a job?
It would be the date of this incident.
Ah, you were working at the airport.
Correct.
Who were you working for?
Unified Aviation.
How long had you been with them?
So I've been with them for about 4 years, but I just came here from Florida, in which I transferred. Same job.
Oh, good God. You transferred up here for a job and now you don't have a job.
That's right.
Any chance of getting it back? Is there an appeal process or anything?
Possibly.
Good luck. All right. I'm assuming no prior criminal history?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else you think I should know?
Just as my purpose in being up here, my grandfather passed away probably in October.
Sorry to
So
hear
I
that.
came up here to help my grandmother through the winter time, which is why I used Unified to transfer.
Right.
So that is why my business in Detroit
Okay.
would be
Okay. How's grandma doing?
a lot better, actually.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Anything else I should know?
That's everything for me, sir. That's everything for me.
All right. All right, I'll delay sentence for 3 months. During that time period, stay out of trouble, no new crimes. Court costs assessed the amount of $400. Pay it today or payments?
Payment plan.
Go downstairs and set that up. Good luck. You talked to the prosecutor about getting the weapon back?
Yeah.
Paul Rudolph. Mr. Rudolph, no attorney today? Okay, you made a deal? All right. Prosecutor wants me to dismiss the April 24 misdemeanor. You're going to plead responsible to a civil infraction. You've agreed to pay fines that cost of $400, and you don't get your knife back. That's the deal?
Yes.
Okay. Can you pay the $400 today, sir?
Yes.
All right, go down and see our smiling cashier. Any questions?
That's it. Thank you.
Have a lovely day. Double. That's it, except for the dismissals I got. Thank you.
Yes.
Stacking them up. So when Jamie told me Mr. Dick's file, I saw Mr. Dick. I walked in the building with Mr. Dick. You know, the Mr. Dick we know. So when he said Mr. Dick's file, I just thought it was that one. So that must be Mr. Dick younger.
Oh, I didn't look at that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I-
That must have been Mr. Dick and Mr. Dick the younger. Did you notice that?
He had some type of counsel with him, I believe.
No, because I,
Big fellow you were talking to that was sitting to the left, came up here earlier, he kind of presented himself.
really?
He was a counselor, people have other
He's
chances.
never had an attorney before.
That big fellow walked with me, paperwork. up to me.
Oh, maybe he was.
I'll have her check and see.
Well, that would be different.
I just got those. If you can.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Actually, got one with them and 9 at home. Your Honor, would you like to call both these matters together? They're co-defendants who have waived any conflict.
Sure, bring them up.
Why don't you guys come on up? Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Hadley appearing on behalf of co-defendants Kendrick McBride and Leslie Thomas, who will be coming to the podium.
Good morning, folks.
I have advised Mr. McBride and Ms. Thomas of the right to have independent counsel represent them. They've been advised and have waived that and have asked for me to represent both of them and proceed.
Okay, true?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And have you folks discussed your rights and options with Mr. Hadley?
Yes.
And have you discussed the possible penalty for the charge?
Yes.
Retail fraud. Understanding retail fraud, understanding your rights and options, are you each going to plead guilty to that charge today?
Yes.
Ma'am? And are you doing this freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Sir, how about you? Yes. Freely and voluntarily? All right.
And Your Honor, just for the record.
Same incident date?
This is going to be a 771.1 as to Ms. Thomas, no priors. It'll be a 6-month delayed sentencing.
Yep.
Which there'll be no issues with this young lady.
Okay, all right. You want to voir dire for me?
Yes, sir. Date was my apologies.
April 20.
On April 20th of 2024, Mr. McBride and Ms. Thomas, were you both at the Walmart in Van Buren Township, County of Wayne, State of Michigan?
Yes.
Okay. At that date and time, were you at the self-checkout counter and did you fail to scan certain items, personal items that you had that day?
Yes.
Were those items food, personal use items? Okay. And did you fail to pay for those items before being stopped by loss prevention? Okay, Your Honor,
Satisfied?
I am too. If we can move into a very brief allocution whenever the court's ready to hear us.
Go ahead, I'm ready.
Your Honor, I can tell you, this is a family of 10 kids. The items that were taken that day, they have both come in the most sincere, humble way and have explained to me what was going on and why. They don't excuse their behavior, but they were in a tough spot and made a decision that day that they obviously regret now. I've discussed with them what options may look like moving forward, obviously for assistance or help. And again, even some of the court's options with maybe converting fines into community service. This young lady's never been in, again, trouble before. The emotion that came over her today when she heard that she wasn't even going to jail, could still be there for their kids, was overwhelming. just anecdotally, Mr. McBride asked to come in and take responsibility for the entire thing. Again, loving father, they're in a tough spot, and I'm not, again, saying what happened was okay.
Yeah.
But we
I
look
heard
at the
you.
context of what was going on there that day,
Okay.
and we just ask that the court consider these factors when passing sentence for these two folks. And I swear I didn't mean to bring the adorable in for any sympathy or others, just happened to be here.
You guys working?
Yes,
Both of you?
yes.
Mom, where you work?
I'm self-employed. I have my own cleaning business.
Good. Good. Residential and commercial?
Residential.
Okay. How about you, Dad?
I work for High Time Home Health Care.
Okay. Okay. I'm guessing that's the youngest. How old's the oldest? Second, you got one smaller than her?
Yeah.
How old's the oldest?
The oldest is 21.
Okay. Right. They all at home?
No, some are off to college,
Good.
some in high school.
Good.
Some middle school,
Okay.
grade school.
So what was going on?
Just was running low on money.
Did review the items with Miss Manor
Yeah,
and others.
yeah.
So
Yeah, they weren't stealing vodka.
there was no TVs, there was no items that would be
Yeah.
resellable. They were all personal consumption.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Judge.
I'm sorry too. You know what I'm sorry about? The fact that you felt like that was your only option. So a bunch of stuff going in my head right now. And first of all, you're not going to jail. So just forget about that. Before you get out of this building, I want you to make contact with Mr. Taylor downstairs. Mr. Taylor is our community resource guy, okay? He's going to be able to give you some phone numbers, some pamphlets for some organizations that you should have in your toolbox,
Yes.
okay? 10 kids, things will probably be tight again, right? So let's avoid this kind of stuff,
Yes.
all right? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit, well, first of all, either one of you got anything you want to tell me before I sentence you?
Again, I repent. I repent.
Mom, you don't even have to tell me. I can read your face. It's obvious as hell. Yeah. Anything else? All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hit you both $300 for a total of 6. You've heard me say this. I think you've been in here. You can do that with money if you just figure out you can pay $50 a month, take care of whatever you want to do. You can do it with money if you want to. The other thing, and I'm going to guess that some of your kids know about this.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest to you that maybe some of the other kids that don't know about it, maybe this is a good opportunity for you to teach the kids something.
Amen.
Okay. All right. So I'm happy to take your $600, but I want to make sure you understand that the other option is, and you can talk to Mr. Taylor about this as well. Instead of paying us $300, you can do some community service, charity work, document that to us. We'll apply it as money and close these files out. But that gives you as parents a chance to pick where you do your charity work and take some of the kids with you. She's not going, obviously, right? But some of the older kids, they can go with you, and maybe gives you a chance to have some family discussion about, look, everybody runs into tough spots, okay? You can take care of it one way, you can take care of it the right way. You didn't take care of it the right way.
Right.
Obviously, I'm not trying to rub salt in the wound. You guys know that, right? But I also understand sometimes when we're feeling under the gun, up against it, we just don't make good decisions, okay? So I want you to understand that's an option. Once again, for you guys might say, you know what, it's easier for us to find $600 than the time it's going to take to do it with community service. But you talk to Mr. Avery Taylor about that and you work it out that on you.
Yes,
Understood?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else?
I promise you it'll never happen.
I don't doubt that a bit. Not a bit.
I
That's
prayed
not,
about it.
that's not even a concern for me.
Thank you.
All right. So you keep giving me little hints that you're a woman of faith.
I am.
So what happened to you two today, I would say was classified as grace.
Yes.
Would you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So here's what I think is really cool about grace. You can't keep it.
Right. It runs out.
You got to give it out.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the other, I'll sentence you to that.
Thank you.
okay?
Oh.
Show somebody grace
Amen.
today,
Thank you.
all right? Now, last thing, because this is gonna make my tail wag. Come here. Give that to mom and tell her that's a way she can give somebody grace on me.
Oh my gosh.
This is a $25 gift card, Your Honor.
Oh, wow.
It ain't
Thank you.
much.
No.
It ain't much, but it's a little piece of my heart. I hope you hear it,
Thank you.
all right?
Thank you so much.
So good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. What's that? Yeah, they're going to see Avery. Bye. No, his is straight up. She's 6 months. Oh, damn it. Wrong one. Oh, you know what? Call Josh in here again. Fingerprint orders on this I didn't do.
Parties also?
Yeah. Council, are you on Harris?
I am.
Give me just a second.
No problem, Judge. Thank you.
I forgot the fingerprint orders.
Me too, Your Honor. My
Can-
apologies.
Can you guys make it to the Van Buren Police Department today by 4 o'clock, or do you need more time?
No, we can get there today. Where's it at?
You know where Myers is?
Yeah, on Belleville.
Belleville and Tyler?
Yeah.
Go west on Tyler.
Oh, yeah, okay, I know where it's at, by the airport.
Yes.
Yeah, that fence line.
All right, so today?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
you're welcome. All right, Council, I'm ready on Harris.
Thank you, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Harris. Oh, final pre-trial. All right, Council, your appearance for Mr. Harris, please.
Your Honor, my name is Bradley Friedman. I appear on behalf of DeJuan Harris. He's present in court standing to my right.
July 1st, not?
July 1st, yes, that's, just right.
Okay. All right, so. All right, so I've got a piece of paper here. We're going to adjourn this for a final pretrial with complainant must appear, correct?
Yes, Judge.
We're going to set this for July 1, which will be Judge Martin's Zoom doc.
Thank you, Judge.
What time?
8:50? Fine with me. And it's a Zoom document, I understand?
Yeah. Mr. Harris, that works?
Yes.
All right. I already forgot. 8:50, you said?
Yes.
Okay. All right, July 1, 8:50. We'll get you a paper notice. All right. Have a good day, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome, Council.
Appreciate it. Okay.
Haven't seen you for a while. Doing well?
Doing great, yeah.
Busy?
Yeah, busy in a different way. A lot of federal court stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking for an associate to start picking up some of this type of
Good
work.
for you.
But
Good for you.
yeah, it's just the ping pong. Report.
How's the job market right now for attorneys? I should say, how's the job market right now for a guy looking to hire an attorney?
Right. I mean, it's good.
Okay.
To be honest with you, what I want is a public defender.
Yeah.
Someone that's been doing it for a couple
Yeah.
of years,
Yeah.
bouncing around the
Yeah.
county.
Yeah. Yeah,
or-
knows his or her way around the court systems.
Yeah.
Knows some of the players.
Right. I had a few prosecutors
Right.
that I thought might have worked out that didn't work out.
Okay.
There's a difference, as the court knows,
Yeah.
between talking to victims and talking to defendants.
It can be a
and
different
being able to-
mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's good. It's not bad. It's a lot of hungry lawyers out there looking for work.
Yeah.
And a lot of third-year law students that have no idea, like me, they have no idea what to do.
Yeah.
I was lucky. I jumped into Wayne County, Frank Murphy, before it was such a mess.
Right.
So I was doing, arraignments
Yeah.
every single day, pre-exams. Even when I was in the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office, they threw me in a 36 district court to do exams. I mean, I learned more there in
Oh, yeah.
6 months than
Yeah.
I learned out here.
Trial by fire. Yeah.
Yeah. That was back when the they're handing you a file with stick and saying.
I
exams in 15 minutes.
don't think it's a heck of a lot better than that now.
What is it?
I don't think it's a heck of a lot better than that now.
No.
I mean, these young prosecutors we're getting coming out there, they're getting very little training.
Yeah.
From what I understand, Mohammed, that when that should be trying to train during exam.
Yeah, and how long has Mohammed been doing this?
Not long.
Not even a year.
Yeah.
The turnover is so significant.
Yeah, well, they did get some more money now,
Right.
but still, it's not great money.
I mean, when I started, I think Oakland County was getting paid $12,000 more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Than Wayne County, 12 grand.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
It was crazy. Like, it was.
Well, what was it? It got to be 6 or 8 months ago now. But we heard that excuse me, Wayne County lost what was it? 12 prosecutors in one day.
Yes.
All went to Macomb.
You know, I mean,
More money.
I heard it before, they're so happy.
Yeah.
They're getting paid so, and I understand the administration needs to have good lawyers and people that know, but like, to have like, I think with Kim, when I left, there was like 10. Never stepped into a courtroom.
Right. Right.
Like, you know, this isn't the US Attorney's Office.
Well,
Like,
and the other thing is, really, how effective can you be as a supervisor if you've never done the job that you're trying to supervise?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, though, you know, I've been bitching with the cops for years, like since COVID.
Yeah.
We opened up about how long it takes to get things reviewed, right? I mean, cops have been waiting for 3 years on a homicide to find out if the warrant's going to be authorized. And, you know, we've been bitching. Well, you know, Tony Guerrero. So I was somewhere in the last, 2-3 months ago, one of the Wayne County judges meetings, Tony still shows up. And we're talking about something. He said, the videos are killing us. I'm like, what? He said, the videos. He said, Brian, think about it. In the old days, you know, officer would bring in a stack of incident reports and a good prosecutor could fly through those in a couple hours. He said, now we're getting a stack of videos. We got to watch them and it takes hours and hours and hours. I'm like, damn, Tony, I never thought about that. Yeah, it's perfect, makes perfect sense. I just never thought about it.
Yeah.
You know, I'll have somebody will send me an email with something, right? And I've got the option. I can watch the video or read the transcript. I always read the transcript because I can bounce through the transcript quick, right? I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was just because they didn't have enough manpower. Well, they don't, but they've got lots of manpower. They just can't apply it as efficiently now with all the videos.
Well, plus, like, you know, that's not something you can trust an intern to do for warrants.
No.
Like, it's different if like when I was in law school, when I was there, Friedman watched, you know, a stack of, you know, jail calls.
Right.
Listen to this for the next week.
Yeah.
You know, and I can do that.
Right.
But when it comes to warrants and stuff, they need a lawyer.
Yeah. No, that was like you know, I never thought
Totally
about it.
true.
Never even thought about it.
Totally true.
Well, you know, and I'm telling defense attorneys all the time, it's like, no, we're not adjourning it again.
Yeah.
You know, we used to do probable cause hearings when there were no videos.
Right.
So just do the probable cause hearing. It's not the trial. We'll do the probable cause hearing with whatever you've already got. You know, you got written discovery. We're just gonna have to make, you know, we've adjourned it 4 times, whatever. So yeah, it's videos are great, but that's something we never thought of.
Oh, no.
That it was gonna really slow down the system.
I still have a few apartments, Hazel Park, something else. They give me CDs. I have nothing to watch this on anymore.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, you're gonna buy something.
Right.
Yeah.
Go buy something and convert the CD to something else.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You know?
That's
I'm sure they're in
amazing.
the back giggling about it. It's like, it makes sense. Like,
Right.
they have the technology, they're making it, they're not changing it. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a budget issue, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Crazy. I don't. But you know, our business has changed so much since COVID. Just changed so much.
I mean, it's both. As you know.
Oh, there's been some good positives. Yeah.
Yeah.
Positives came out of it. I told people COVID forced the Michigan judiciary to go technologically where it would have taken 20 years to get to.
Absolutely.
No doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
But I also think Zoom doesn't work for most of the criminal stuff we do.
No. I mean, listen.
Yeah.
I love like traffic tickets. Awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
Civil.
traffic tickets, like, now, I'm at the point in my career where even if it wasn't for Zoom, I'm calling the city attorney a week before anyways and saying, what am I doing?
Right.
you know,
Right.
sign my name to it, and I'll have my guy there to pay.
Yep.
You know, before I was hustling at, cases, I was driving.
You were putting all kinds of miles on. Right. Right. Yeah. But I tell folks, you know, citizens all the time that it's just not the way to do criminal stuff.
I mean, look, if you get, it happens all the time, depending on the court, but if you get unorganized clerk, but the judge doesn't care that much, you're there for hours.
I've heard horror
You're better
stories.
off driving there.
I've heard horror
sitting
stories.
and waiting.
Yeah.
Doing your
The only
stuff.
good thing is you can get some work done in your office if you're sitting there waiting for the Zoom. Yeah. But here's another thing, and I know you've been around long enough. You'll appreciate this. I just had this conversation the other day with somebody that's not in the business and asked me about, you know, how do I like Zoom? And I said, here's what's happened. There's a whole generation of young lawyers that aren't getting the training that they could have had if they were in live court. What do you mean? I said, I consider myself to be a teaching judge.
Yeah.
I said, you know how many times I've called an attorney up to my bench after something was over and said, look, it's pretty obvious you've never done this before. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to give you a couple pointers.
Right.
Young lawyers love that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that on the World Wide Web. Right. I mean, even if I had the ability, because she tells me they can't stick me in a breakout while I'm out here doing it. Right. But even if I had the ability to go in a breakout room, I'm not going to take the time to do that. But just call you up and say, hey, you might want to consider. Or I remember when I first came out, Fridays, right? Motion day downtown. I'd go down there with my motion and I sat there like a sponge waiting for my case to be called just to hear what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that now. I'm sitting in my office. I'm multitasking. I'm not even listening. I'm just here. Half an ear is listening for my case to be called. I'm not paying attention to what the other attorneys are arguing.
Half the judges aren't letting you in.
Right.
You're sitting in a waiting room.
Right. So if you want to hear what's going on, you can't. Right. And I think that's damaging to the profession because I think a lot of us learned an awful lot just being live, just being there. Yeah.
It's like, I mean,
and how do you replace that?
There's no way that anyone, I don't care, you know, how dull you are.
Right.
There's no way that anyone can say to me that a face-to-face interaction with a prosecutor or a judge or whatever, you're not going to do a better job.
Right.
There's just no way.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to forget something. Yeah. You're not going to, you know.
Well, I had this conversation the other day with my financial advisor because we meet with him in person on a quarterly basis, right? And he was talking about Zoom. And I said, you know, I think it would work now because we've been working together long enough. You know, if you called next quarter and said, hey, I got something come up, can we just meet it on Zoom real quick? It'd be okay. I said, but that's after we've established a relationship. I said, how do you build a relationship? And this is relational. This is relational, right? I mean, you've been in my courtroom long enough to know I know you don't play games, right? So I'm gonna give you some leeway. I might not give a stranger attorney because I just don't know with that guy, right? That's relational. You can't do that on Zoom. Yeah.
Like, can we meet over Zoom? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You're gonna come to my office. You come to my office, you look in my eyes, you get a feel from me, then you're gonna hire me.
And I'm gonna do the same. And I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like, it's crazy.
It's an awesome tool, but unfortunately, it's made a lot of people lazy.
It's like, but it saves my butt when I can resolve a case in Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
In a parking lot of your courthouse.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
on Zoom.
Yeah.
But like,
You know what? I actually thought Zoom was going to be a good thing from this standpoint.
yeah.
Right? Trial lawyer,
Right.
age old problem. 3 court appearances all at 9 o'clock in the morning, all over time. But what I found is you guys are booking 10 on Zoom all over time. So you just got greedy.
It's true. It's true. You hear the lawyer say, and I probably guilty of it, like, Judge, I'm on Zoom with another judge.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Oh, I've watched them. They got the desktop going and they got the phone in their hand.
Yeah.
Good talking to you.
All right, take care. Continue.
Stay safe.
You too.
Mr. Hadley, I'm ready on Lee.
I think I've got my emotions back under control, Your Honor.
Yeah, you might be as big a marshmallow as me.
Man, that again, when I just think about the impact on like that, it really makes on certain people, like that one stuck with me.
Yeah.
I mean, that really was life changing.
But you know, I tell people all the time, one of the cool things about this is when I can completely blow somebody's mind. You know what I mean? Like that one, she walked in here today thinking she was going to jail.
Correct.
Right?
And she did.
Right?
She did.
Yeah.
And she left with help.
Yeah. So when I can blow their mind because they got huge grace when they never expected to get it, that changes everything for her.
And I guess I just with me, because again, I can get hardened in a little.
Don't get your hopes up, because I used it all.
Most definitely. I'm just here to face whatever.
I already used it on that lady, so you might get hammered.
Well, and actually, Mr. Lee, let's get to Mr. Lee.
Go ahead.
'Cause I think this is, good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Hadley, appearing on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Pierre Lee. Mr. Lee, please state your name for the court.
My name is Pierre Lee.
Good morning, sir.
Your Honor, this is a show cause. It's an older case. It's a 2022 case. In lieu of trying to litigate out speedy trial motions, Mr. Lee just wants to own this, accept responsibility, and work on putting it behind.
Okay.
I don't have an offense date, but if the court has, I'm happy to do it.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay.
Mr. Lee, first of all, you've discussed your rights and options with Mr. Hadley.
Yes, sir.
You understand those rights and options?
Yes, sir.
And you understand the possible penalty for retail fraud?
Yes, sir.
Understanding all that, you're going to plead guilty today?
Yes, sir.
And sir, are you doing that freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
All right. Incident date was May 10, 22.
On May 10th of 2022, were you at Meyer? Were you at the Meyer in Van Buren Township?
Yes.
And were there certain items that you failed to pay for before trying to leave the store that day?
Yes.
I believe the elements have been satisfied. Your Honor.
Agreed. I'll accept the plea.
So as I'm thank you. So as I was starting to allude to with Mr. Lee, we talked about kind of what was going on in 2022 and why are we here now? Mr. Lee, in his own words, stated it was probably about as rough or low of a point as he'd been at in life. I'm happy to report, stands here before you today, a man on path to progress.
Good. Working?
Yeah.
Where are you working?
I work for All Weather Energy Solutions LLC.
What do they do?
We do, well, me personally, I'm an installation specialist.
Okay.
We do installation, we do encapsulation of
Oh,
crawl spaces.
Okay.
We got HVAC, we do some of
Okay,
everything.
A little bit of everything.
Mhm.
Okay, good.
Work.
How long you been with them?
I've been there for a year now.
Good, good. I'm assuming they work you full-time plus.
Most definitely.
Good. Okay, go ahead.
So no, Your Honor, I think just stating that, yes, this is an individual who has made a significant turn. He's not just here telling you he's gonna, he's done it. I think really right now, there's a few district court matters that he's trying to get cleaned up so he can get back to having a valid driver's license.
Okay.
Again, making all the positive strides forward that we would hope out of somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he owes us money on a couple retail plate charges or registration plate charges.
Mhm.
Yeah.
One of
Okay.
the things that
You're on a payment plan now.
Yep, started my payment plan maybe about a couple weeks ago.
Yep, yep.
If this court would consider, I know you have in some instances, if we get into a situation again where as he's paying off the financial obligations that are owed, if he has more time than money, again, allowing him to come put some sweat equity in.
Yeah.
Clearly able-bodied with the work you're doing right now, maybe he may have some free time to want to do that. I would just ask that to be an option.
That's always an option. Yeah, okay. Anything else?
So other than, I think it would be a reunion with Avery, right? If we put you there.
You know Avery?
Yeah, I graduated from Romulus High School.
Oh, sure, you know Avery.
Yeah, I'm familiar with your daughter too.
Well, he's
I graduated with Cheyenne.
When'd you graduate?
2009.
Okay, sure. Yeah, yeah.
To get the small town moments every now and again.
She's given me 2 beautiful grandbabies.
That's what's up. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I haven't had
Thank
any
you.
yet though.
Thank you. All right, so yeah, talk to Avery because Avery can, if you want to do some community service, if you just want a straight payment plan, you already got one of those, we can just roll this in.
Okay.
All right. Anything you want me to know?
I'm just trying to be a better man. That's it.
Okay. All right, first step on that road is just make the decision, right? Just stop doing stupid stuff.
Most definitely.
All right, let's see, we got a couple late fees here. You already lost a bond. All right, I'll take that in consideration.
Thank you.
All right, I'll tell you what I'll do. Total on the file is $350. So I'm gonna make a note. We gotta have some plan in place in the next 5 days. So whether or not that means you go down today and roll it into a payment plan or work something out with Avery, have a plan in place that we know about, not just you decided how you're gonna do it.
I understand.
We have a plan in place how that 350 is gonna be handled. Understood?
Uh-huh.
All right. Have a good one.
Your Honor, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Have a great one.
Did you meet with Jeff yet?
Yes, yes.
Wait a minute.
Yes. And Jeannie, there's one person who has a civil infraction. I have his permission. He's not here. Mr. Almir. Beg your pardon?
14 days. On civil infraction, 14 days.
Then that for,
Schmitz?
Mr. Schmidt, stay in the back, sir. I'll be with you momentarily with the marks, okay? Come up. And you can come along.
I want to pronounce it Brujawi.
Yes.
You're back.
Yes.
Raise your right hand. Would you swear or affirm that you're going to accurately translate between Arabic and English, English and Arabic, so we can discuss this matter?
I do. عم بيقول إنه حلفت يمين
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of, with Mr. Rajawi. Your Honor, as far as the arraignment waiver for reading stand, you had a chance to pre-trial this case. You have an executed plea agreement subject to court approval. In that agreement, Mr. Rajawi would be pleading responsible to double parking with an assessment of $400. He would be pleading no operator's license on the person in deference to the driving license suspended.
It's a drove while not, no license valid or improper
Yes.
license, which is the same as no license.
It's coded differently.
What's the difference to a defendant?
You know, it was on the record. The no offset point, no points, but it was on the record. The other thing, that's 2 points. And
Okay.
That's the option. we
So it's a
could take.
2-point option. Okay. Go ahead.
That would be it, Your Honor.
Did you discuss your rights with Mr. Bowditch?
Yes.
Do you understand those rights and the options they give you?
Yes.
Do you understand the possible penalty for no valid operator's license on person?
Yes.
Understanding your rights, your options, and the possible penalty, are you pleading guilty today?
Yes.
Freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Did you drive a vehicle at the airport on April 18?
Yes.
At that time, was your license valid?
Shaggal, yes.
Was it a Michigan license?
No, I'm licensed.
License?
Was your driver's license valid?
No, I didn't have.
Satisfied?
Satisfied.
I'll accept the plea to the no operator's license on person and dismiss the improper license charge.
Thank you.
Sure. Are you also pleading responsible to double parking?
Yes.
And have you agreed to pay $400 on the double parking?
Yes.
Yes.
I will dismiss the careless driving and the no insurance.
He did show me the insurance.
Good. Is there anything I should know about Mr. Burjawi before I sentence?
No.
Are you working, sir?
Yes.
Yes.
Who do you work for?
مش جديد صرت عم بشتغل بالهيت.
I just start working the heating company.
Just started. How long?
Yeah, even one
1 month.
1 month. Okay. Full-time job?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Anything else you want me to consider before I sentence?
No, thank you.
You're welcome. On the misdemeanor, no valid operator's license on person charge, fines and costs total $400. 2 files together, $800.
$800?
Correct. If you need a payment plan, we can set that up today.
No, it's okay.
Any questions? Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Portia Davis?
Ready, Your Honor. Now, Your Honor, for the record, Jeff Bowditch appearing on behalf of Ms. Davis, who's approaching. Ma'am, can you tell the judge your name for the record, please? Portia Davis. Thank you, ma'am. Your Honor, today's date and time set for the arraignment in this matter waive full reading and stand mute. You also had a chance to pre-try this case, Your Honor. This is a 2020 case, an airport matter. Ms. Davis wished to plead guilty to being a disorderly person at that time. Your Honor, we're requesting it be taken under 771 for a period of 90 days. Right after that date, in 2021, Ms. Davis was incarcerated for the last 3 years. She just got out in January.
Okay.
She has had a job. She's presently unemployed now, but we were hoping the court might consider some sort of time served or something. She's still on probation and will be on probation for 2 years.
Heather, what happened? Looks like she was here on May 9th for assault and battery with lawnmowers. Who are you on probation to?
The state of Michigan.
Downtown though?
Where am I reporting?
Yeah.
at? I'm reporting on Greenfield, the Lodge and Myers.
Thank you.
It was adjourned to a final pre-trial June 20th. We only can speedway on that.
Okay. What's the incident date on that? Can you tell me that?
Yeah, it just cleared up. July 2nd.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a bad month for you. Okay, let's get to business. You've discussed your rights with Mr. Bowditch, correct? You've discussed your rights with Mr. Bowditch?
Yes.
You understand those rights and the options they give you?
Yes.
You understand the possible penalty for disorderly person?
Yes.
Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
What happened on July 6, 2020 at the airport?
I was at the airport and I fell asleep. I left my boarding pass in a friend's car and I was waiting for them to return, but my phone had died. So I was sitting at the charging port, charging my phone, waiting on them to call back, and they walked up and arrested me. They woke me up and arrested me, just walked up to me and arrested me, and I wasn't doing anything.
Is there a point in time when you were allowed?
After they woke me up, but I was kind of frustrated because I didn't have my boarding pass. I left it in my friend's car.
Yeah.
They were
My
doing a
phone-
vagrancy check.
Yeah.
My phone was dead. I had to
Yeah.
sit at the charging port and wait for them to come all the way back to Romulus from Detroit. So it was.
But there was a point in time when you were allowed.
Yeah.
The defense is satisfied.
Okay. So when did you get released after the 3 years?
I was there from February 16th, 2021 to January 19th of 2024. They tried to contact out here, but they never came and got me. So I took matters in my own hands to take care of it on my own.
So you've been out of custody since January?
January 19th, 2024.
Okay, and so when Mr. Bowden said you did have a job, that was post jail, you had a job?
I had a job. I was working while I was in jail.
Okay, all right, so since January, have you had a job?
No, I'm still looking.
Okay, it's tough.
Yes.
Yeah, with the record.
Yes, it's really hard.
Yeah, what kind of stuff were you doing before you went to jail?
I was working at Amazon.
Okay.
And I was working in a warehouse. We basically was putting a warehouse together.
Yeah. So what was the charge that put you in for 3 years?
I caught a case at Henry Ford Hospital. I was being admitted in, and the security officer lied on me and said that I assaulted him. And I just went for medical attention, to seek medical attention. I was at Henry Ford Hospital in Wyandotte, and he flipped it around on me like I was a disorderly person, like I was trying to fight him. And I just went because I thought I had COVID.
Okay.
And they end up arresting me, taking me into custody. February 16, 2021, I stayed there fighting the case from then all the way to January 19, 2024. I ended up taking a plea and they put me on probation, but I still had these warrants. So I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to get no type of work with these warrants. So I had to come clear them up on my own.
Okay. All right, I'll go along with the prosecutor. I'll delay sentence for 3 months. During that time period, you stay out of trouble. Court costs are $145, which is the minimum I can do if I do anything. So go downstairs if you need a payment plan, you can set something up. If you want to talk about working that off doing charity work, you can talk about that downstairs too. Understood? You're all set?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck on your other case.
Thank you.
And I texted him, I was like, just kidding, I didn't. He's doing his informal now right now, just keeping count. Oh, okay, so. What's the name? Along the edge. And then that other one. Next one, see. And then I need. And then what about baskets? Right? Oh, no, that's a PSI. Oh, that's on that. Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah, Josh running that one this morning. Oh. So yeah, so we don't need anything like that. We just got to. And then there's two other bears, yeah. Okay.
What's up?
See, I'm just gonna just do David, we don't have to see the judge. It is, oh, I forgot to get in the signature. You want to sign with permission? It's an adjournment. He's seriously a little parents. July 3rd. I just casually leave documents, it's like, oh, it's quick and serious.
They seem important because you're writing them all day long.
What's funny was like, was when Jeff was just said to me, like, you have one going.
How do you not do it? How do you go to memory?
Because anything that goes IDA 769.4A.
You can't look it up on the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of they're having us do attaching our royalties.
Yeah, yeah.
Doing the paperwork should be more work than the work.
6 minutes to just give me a heads up for like 3 hours of. Yes. And then Mary Ellen, after they moved it, she's back to like reviewing our invoices. Yeah, she wouldn't get adjournment. Oh, perfect. We're just waiting on it. Okay, sir. And Mary Ellen's like, now that I'm in charge of these, don't send me more on our ways.
I don't know.
I don't want those. I don't know what those things are.
Perfect.
Because I mean, yeah. There's a parlay.
Yeah, it was a 20 pages.
Because
Because
when you say that it's just.
well, and plus then it probably was one of the ones where like the court administrator like waiting to see like the things are gonna open. So like, yeah, I'm sure it was 100 pages of just nothing.
On yourself in 16th district.
Not even years. I try to avoid it. I only go like on favorites.
People just.
Like my friend's husband got a favor.
Who would you like me to present? Would you?
We trust you, Jamie.
Thank
You're
you.
up, sir, you are all set with us.
I'll talk to you here in a few days. We'll get everything squared away, figure out the game plan. You betcha, man. Have a good day. I think that's it for today. Oh, and you know what? I'm sorry. When's the last? Will you contact the witness as well and just see if he or she, if they've got a few minutes for me to like, just for us to have a quick chat, you know, or that next hearing date. It's not like. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. Which is weird.
There's certainly worse courts to be in, but not by a lot.
Yeah.
And Plymouth is worse, but like.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
Yeah.
They really don't like to let people have attorneys. So like I had a guy the other day who was there on Judge McCann. He got up to Proper. He gets up to enter his Hyde plea. Won't accept responsibility the way she likes, rejects the plea. And then realizes in doing so that there's like 4 attorneys in the room when she does it. And he's like, I want a lawyer. She goes, well, you didn't get one last time. Because I know, you guys said I made too much. You guys told me I made too much money last time. I asked for one. She's like, well, then the answer is no. He's like, well, I got fired because of this case. I don't have a job anymore. She's like, oh. Well, then she looked back on it. They had disqualified him for making $350 a week. I was like, I don't know in what world you
Okay,
could.
you think you can hire a lawyer for that?
Well, and that's the thing, just because one can still afford milk and eggs, doesn't mean one can afford a $5,000 retainer for a DUI lawyer. I was kind of shocked. It was really strange, and I'm like, I just didn't realize that there was gonna be that kind of pushback.
Yeah, well, I think you're so.
Yeah.
When you can be
In Brookfield, and some of the other ones I'm in, like, fair amount, they're strict about the vetting, and I get that, but they're also reasonable. They understand what an attorney's gonna cost, so.
Yeah, if you make $1,400 a month, you cannot, you also can't afford to live.
And if you have 1,400 coming in and none going out, okay, maybe.
But in what world do you have that?
Exactly.
You have to get gas.
Yeah.
No.
I've heard about this, but I've never seen it. Yeah. I've heard about it, but I've never,
I've
they
wondered
were
for a
supposed to do
while.
that.
Yeah, at the pump. I
Yeah.
wondered for a while. I did get a credit card that was compromised 2 or 3 years ago. We were on a road trip down to Georgia, and I kind of wondered if that's what happened. They never told me. They don't tell you.
Right.
Can you tell me where exactly my? Like,
Right.
no, just that it was compromised.
Something happened, yeah.
And I wondered that. I'm like, I wonder if I got hit with one of those fakies.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
So
I hadn't heard about those. I've heard like people could have a reader in the area.
Right.
What I'm just kind of wondering would be, in the realm of fraud, when you're using credit cards, the people who are savvy with it, there's got to be a getaway move. If you're good, right? Like, you know that that's only going to last for so long.
Yeah.
And then they may
You go
just.
to, like Domino's first. That's where you test it.
Dave and Buster's was my last one. I had a guy.
Domino's is always the place where you test it. I don't know why. But then you you order Domino's. I don't know what.
Well, and like a lost or a stolen card are more or less sophisticated fraud, like that kind. I get that. Like, go try it in a gas pump somewhere, nobody's around, see if it works. But the people who actually have those skimmers and those types of things, where, I mean, if you had a day stealing transactions, that's, I mean, tens of thousands of dollars pretty damn quick. So I would wonder
My
if.
understanding is for a lot of these guys, they're sophisticated. They're not stealing the credit card to buy something. They're selling your data.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it real is.
And then you don't know you've been compromised, therefore nobody reports anything. As soon as we start, wait until it's too late, until I didn't rent a condo in Florida. Oh. I didn't think about that. That makes way more sense.
They set up a new for sale.
Yeah, because you guys are that sophisticated, it's probably. Yeah. My sister had her ID stolen out in Arizona in the early 2000s. She was making really good money as a finance exec at the airline. And I mean, it was a nightmare. It took like 3 years. They actually set up a sting where somebody had her info and was trying to basically rent a condo.
Oh, wow.
That's why I use the condo in Florida example.
Right,
But
'cause you're like, oh,
yeah, and they set up, they were sitting there, the Maricopa County Sheriff's was waiting, and the lady never showed to do the closing paperwork. So they had like an image of her.
So she was a little.
But there was more than one person who had my sister's soch. Yeah, it was a mess.
I probably sold to somebody in the Southwest, somebody in the Southeast.
I think they pinged it all the way back to like an Eastern Bloc. IPN. What time is it? I got it. 10:40. You and I can call it 10:40.
Mr. Ballard, it's your appearance for Ms. Jackson.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowden, appearing on behalf of and with Ms. Jackson, Ms. President.
Good morning.
Could you tell the judge your name for the record, please?
Monica L. Jackson.
Thank you, ma'am. Your Honor, today's date and time set for formal reading, stand mute. Also had a chance to pre-try this case. Ms. Jackson wishes to plead guilty to a checkpoint violation. It was a pistol.
Thank you.
With the understanding, the matter will be taken under 771 for a period of 90 days. If she complies with all the court's wishes, the court will consider dismissal of these charges and she may get her gun.
Thank you. Ma'am, did you discuss your rights and options with Mr. Bowden?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you discuss the possible penalty with Mr. Bowden?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand all these things?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, did you come in contact with officers at a checkpoint at Metro Airport on April 18th?
Yes, Your Honor.
And at that location, at that time, did you have a gun that you were not authorized to have there?
Yes.
Satisfied?
I'm satisfied.
I'm assuming no history.
No history.
Yeah. Anything else I should know?
I even made a joke about getting a picture out of the post office and I think it scared her.
You know, this, I'm sure this was a really, really bad event for you.
Yes, Your Honor.
It's, and Mr. Bowditch probably told you that, it's scary. I think most people would be shocked how common this is.
For today.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're not the only one that, you know, good people just brain fart, right? Yeah. You working?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where do you work?
I work at DMC, Michigan Rehabilitation.
How long you been there? How long you been there?
2 years.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want me to consider before I set terms of sentence?
It never happened again.
I don't doubt that for a minute. You're probably afraid to leave the house for a while.
Yes.
All right. Nothing else?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. The prosecutor's recommended 3 months delayed sentence. You can stay out of trouble for 3 more months.
Yes, sir.
I'll go along with that. Court costs are assessed amount of $500. You can pay that today or you can set up a payment plan today. Downstairs, any questions?
No, Your Honor.
You're all set, ma'am. Enjoy your day.
Thank you. You
Now,
too.
at the end of the 90 days, contact.
We got a lot of bodies out there? Or?
You can agree with me. This paper says it's dismissed. That makes you pissed off. Yes, ma'am. Your Honor, I don't think it's on the book.
No, Ken says we just got dismissals or formals left. So I gotta have something so we can put an FTA list together. No, all the afternoon stuff got canceled. You
Just
want?
let Tim know that I'm gonna be tomorrow, so I'll send the docket.
Oh, good. Want to mark off the no shows or the appears, how do you want to do it?
I can mark off the
So I,
appear.
whatever you want to do, so I can send something down to Mackenzie. So I'm just gonna pull out the files that are standalone orange files, which so far I don't have but one. I've got Alcala, Nano,
Yep. Malinsky
Spolinski.
and Bill.
Yep, okay, got it. Basket back. I'm gonna send the guys down with the box then. Woke up at 3 o'clock this morning and could not get back to sleep. I'm absolutely exhausted. Yesterday was 4:30. I'm like, don't start that because after the time changed, I had a real hard time like that. And then I finally got over it. I'm like, start that. It'd be better, if when I woke up at 3 or 4 o'clock, I had enough energy to actually do something.
Exactly, yes.
Then it wouldn't be so bad because I'd be accomplishing something.
But when you're trying to accomplish one next sleep, it's
And even when I decided, all right, I'm not gonna get that sleep, but I was still so friggin' groggy, so it's not gonna want to go down and exercise.
Or, oh, it must have been a dismissal?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, it was a dismissal. That's one that Jamie had sitting over here when we first walked out here. He had two, I don't remember, Spooner or something else sitting here for dismissal. What the hell is this Andrea? Murray Duncan's client, was that all shoplifting?
That's those ones that at first we were doing
Yeah.
then Marley was entering all the cases.
Yeah, what do we do, adjourn that?
Yeah.
Murray's?
Murray adjourned it. Cause that's why on Stour, we only had the two, but she had 14.
Right.
Cause she said, you know what, let's not do that.
Yeah, but the plea agreement, unless I misread, maybe I misread the plea agreement. Because the plea agreement should have said we're dismissing 13 counts. Even though there's only 2 files, one of those files had 11 counts on it.
No, we just never entered them. If we were gonna go to trial or they were gonna plead and a whole bunch of them, we would enter. Can you grab me Felix file, please? And then cross
Last
it
name's
out.
Felix?
Felix.
So I've got a couple files that I have mysteries. So Brian Johnson, I don't have the file, but you didn't cross him off. Arraignment pretrial. Kozalewski. Okay. Okay.
No, they put him. Emily accidentally put him on our docket.
Okay. How about Mark Magnuson? Magidson?
No.
And next one up. Roland, Armin, Roland.
That one I remember Jamie grabbing.
That's it. Okay. The 27th. 27th is the morning. Schools don't want that Tuesday. So Craig sent me two questions. One is about changing the date after the Tuesday after Memorial. And the other one, can any citations issued after April 30 have a responsibility hearing in September. We backed the date to 4/30 because Cofield has not issued those citations yet. So I'm thinking, if I understand the question, I'm thinking, I'd rather not wait till September.
They're waiting for school
Yeah,
to restart.
but why would you want to wait until September? Because then automatically the kids, if it's a chronic problem, the kid's gonna have some problems first part of the school year. Is there, can't we, and I think what the problem is, they don't want to work during the summertime. Because all the administration people probably aren't working, like superintendent is. But it seems to me to make a lot more sense if we could get them in like in June or July or August. So, give them the lecture and the resources before the kids start school in September.
Letting them know if you have a problem, right, which is like you said, they don't want to work, or they're not working.
Yeah. But I don't know which part of the administration team is full-time and which part just summer.
Right.
Or just
And
school.
I don't know what, if they send them over, then what the schedule around the time, which I don't have right now.
Right. But see, and that's a problem.
What is?
We're 2/3 of the way or 3/4 of the way through the month of May. And the April tickets haven't been issued by Cofield yet?
That is a problem. Yeah, because if you see them now, like you said, we can give them resources and let them know we're watching you.
Yeah.
Get your kid in school.
Or maybe, I say the kid needs counseling, good, counseled over the summer.
Yeah.
Write this number down for me. 624-4424.
624.
4424. $64-44-24.
Yep.
Attendance liaison for Roman Community School. Please send me a message and I'll return your call as soon as I can. Thanks for calling and.
Hey Denise, it's Brian Oakley. I was hoping I could catch you while you were still at the meeting. As far as changing the Tuesday after Memorial Day, yeah, let's go from the 28th Tuesday to Wednesday the 29th. That works fine. As far as the second question, I've got a couple of thoughts on that. Number one, I don't know which part of your team works during the full year versus which just works during the school year. So I know that might be an issue, but I'd rather not wait till September. If we could get the parents in June, July, August, whatever, then number one, the kid's not starting the school year with those bad habits, hopefully. If they need resources, hopefully we can tap into those resources. They can get started with that process before September. The other thought I had was, what's the problem that Cofield's not writing tickets yet? It's May, what is it? No, it's May 19th right now. 16? Yeah, 16. I can't read calendar. But we're more than 2 weeks into May. So what's the time delay for? Or maybe I'm just being too aggressive with the time frame. Just give me a call back, whatever. We'll work something out. What have I been stamping already? No,
I
it's May,
changed yours, you were.
it's May 19th. No, May 16th.
Yeah, you had your stamp changed to May 19th, I changed it to the 16th.
I think I changed it back. What's it say? No, it's right, okay.
Our 10:45 looks like he called in today at 10:45 and wants to be on Zoom
Sure.
for his formal. Naomi said no. in person.
Caleb, how are you? Good. Hey, you do any work on boilers?
Just so you know, your 10:45 called it about
I
10:44.
think it's on the boiler. I'm slightly involved with the Methodist Church. I'm on a committee that just got an estimate to replace a backflow preventer, and they want $900 and some for it. It just seems like it's a crazy amount of money. Oh, I don't even know. I didn't figure out what we're doing. Are you willing to look at it if I get something else to do and look at it? If it's not something, you want to mess with, that's fine. But I just like to get second opinion before spend $1,000. Okay. Okay, all right, so, good. That's where we're at. Okay, I'm gonna have somebody call you, because like I said, I'm not actively involved with that church anymore, but I'll have somebody call you and tell you it's from the Community Methodist Church in Bryan. Cool, good deal. You keep busy? Good, good. All right, talk to you. Why? For what?
Oh, you're 11:30?
Yeah, he's not here. Oh, maybe, yeah, I don't pay any attention to things. Yep, yep. It's just a body in front of me. Yep. All right, see you. Yellow. Hey Denise, how are you? Did it make any sense? Okay. I just hate to lose that 3 months. If we can avoid it. If we can't, then we'll just, give you a September date. But I'd much rather get a jump on it. And hopefully, we get a parent that wants to make a change, has the summer to work on whatever changes. Okay, okay. That's fine. That's beautiful. All right, cool. And you got my message. Tuesday is changed to Wednesday. Yep. Okay. All right, good. Thank you. Bye.
Almost there.
Transfer title.
And right now, I said,
Right.
you don't pay nothing.
Right.
Only is for federal. So, we wanted to make sure that they did it.
So you took him there.
Huh?
So you took him there?
We took them last week, but I didn't have a stupid letter from my car was
Right.
paid off, which I'm like, it's 13 years old, it should be showing the system. Nope, it didn't. So, that took them. Get almost there. No, I don't. They had to turn around and go get it.
So you gave him the title last week.
Yeah, we gave them, they gave us the
forgot
money
to
for the
bring
car
it.
last week, so we gave them the title, and we're like, we'll get you that letter
Yeah.
as soon as it comes in. Well, I finally got it on Monday, and I'm like, Scott, I don't know if they will go do it, and if they don't do it within so many days, then they have to pay everything, because I'm shutting the insurance off on Friday. So, I don't know.
And you're still liable for it too.
Exactly. So, Scott, finally took and then, you know, he gets registration and Scott, make sure you put one in the car. No, put it in my wallet. Scott's like, you fucker. Because, you know,
Well, I've been told my whole life, everybody said, oh, you should never put it in your car. Why? Well, if they steal your car, then they got the registration. That's all right, but they're not gonna have the ID that says they're me.
right, yeah, they're not, I mean, they're in front of it. Sometimes they steal it from in front of your house. They already get my address.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I never understood that. Much more likely that I'm gonna get stopped somewhere and not have it with me, right?
Exactly.
Because I live around here, I leave the house all the time without my wallet.
Scott sometimes does too, and it's like, yeah.
I mean, and I should, but you know, if I'm driving locally, I figure, what are the chances the cops aren't gonna know who I am?
Right.
And you know, if I'm working in the yard or something, it's like, and I gotta go to the hardware or something, I don't go in the house to get a freaking wallet.
Right.
And I haven't been pulled over in 30-some years, other than when you pulled me over, let me know my tabs were out. Like, really, you had to do lights, turn lights on? Seriously,
Oh, I didn't get your attention.
I was so mad, I'm like, really? You know, you couldn't just stop at the court someday, hey, somebody tell the judge to drive around with expired tabs. It was when we moved. So the mail didn't follow us or whatever, you know. I don't know about you, but I don't remember I got to change my date. You know what I mean? If I don't get through my Secretary of State, I don't.
Yeah, you don't do it.
And I'm like, really? You pulled me over right in front of the bowling alley. I'm on my way home for lunch. I'm like, what the hell? Lights on, you know, and I just left the light. I'm like, that's speed. What the hell? I get out, I'm like, hey, what's up? He said, you know, you've been driving around with expired tabs. I'm like, oh, yeah, man. No, I didn't know that. He said, yeah, I just thought I'd let you know. I'm like, okay, thanks. With lights on.
Well, that's like,
He thought he knew.
right. So Cody cleaned out the car, because the car was still on. Cody cleaned it out and everything. When we get Secretary of State last week, he cleaned out the registration, he cleaned out the insurance. Oh, I've been driving the car with nothing in it. Oops. He did.
So, you know, I've been going out for months and months and months now. You were Burkeville, I get through the old guys from the church going to dinner. Well, now that he's on house arrest after he got sentenced. Well, that's all right. So for the last couple of months, we've been going to his house, because he's on house. He said it's been great for his social calendar. There's all these people now that, you know, they're trying to reconnect with him. He's got, you know, guys from that works with Dark Services. He's got the pole on, it's like a big office, right? It's like the cleanest bar you've ever seen. They have family parties and all. Yeah. Dismiss. You all set?
I'll co-op.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Who's, is it for her?
It's for her.
Yeah, you're pleading responsible to double parking. You're gonna plead to double parking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just go downstairs and take care of that. We don't have to put it on the
Right
record.
next to, the security booth cashier. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You got another one? We get two more left.
Two more.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Did you have
Like he was the guest speaker.
Good for you. You're doing great. But I'll tell you. Regretted it, and that's where the next 3 years. That didn't go well.
No, but you know what he's trying to say.
Right. You didn't. Thank you. It might be up on top.
I was looking at, wow, sorry.
You are Mr. Williams?
Yes, I
Good
am.
morning, sir.
Good morning to you, Judge.
All right, so I've got a ticket here from February 6, 2024, a speeding in construction zone. I'm going to dismiss that if you plead 200 or plead to double parking and agree to pay $300.
Yes,
That's the way you want to resolve it.
yes,
All right, can you take care of that today?
yeah,
Go
yes.
downstairs. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, so we'll just apply it and close. You're all set. Speeding ticket dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
One more judge waiting on that. You're all set, Mr. Williams.
Does that fit work for the Secretary of State or?
You can go downstairs and they can do that, help you out with that. Cashier, so maintenance security. Okay, that's it. I'm out.
Thank you.
Have a good one, Jim.
Make it easy. This was a quick topic today, so.
Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Poor guy. Paris Hilton's a mother.
Crazy. I mean, I think it's awesome because this is a story we and now that's you to be able to work. It's just something. I mean, that is the best way to do it.
Yeah. You know, it's the whole remote work thing has changed the real estate landscape in a lot of resort towns. Because now people want to treatment. I can live here all the time. So prices skyrocketed in a lot of areas. It's like, wait a minute, this isn't just a vacation location.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you imagine? I mean, there are people that have sold their house and just bought an RV and then you just get all their travel out of the way.
it's great.
I think it's awesome too, yeah,
I couldn't live like that.
I couldn't either, but it would be nice. If tour, like, or like,
Yeah, but you,
I mean,
you
to
could,
still be able to work, because I do like to work, I don't know that I'm not ready to retire.
my thing is, I couldn't just like say, we're leaving now, we'll be back in 5 months after we trip and everything. But I don't think I can do it. Because then, I mean, I can't take everybody with me.
Right,
I'm not gonna take my mother and my
Mhm.
daughter and my grand, you know what I mean?
Right, so I mean, I would like to be able to,
Take trips and come back.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I'd like to have that freedom.
I know if we ever won like a lot, I would probably still want to work a little bit and stuff.
Yeah, but you know what? It wouldn't be work. You'd find, you'd find like some volunteer work that you do.
Maybe.
I don't, because seriously, we want to work here and you know, you're gonna get every Wednesday. You know what I mean?
But say I like to keep busy, I mean, maybe I would, then
That's
I
what
would
I'm
take
saying.
every Friday off. I
That's
mean,
what
then I
I'm
would
saying.
do every day.
I could see wanting to have something to keep you busy, but I just can't see being nailed down. Yeah, I gotta.
Yeah, I guess that's true, because then
if
I
you
can't
had that
just
kind
get
of money,
it all.
you want to be spontaneous.
Yeah.
You want to, you know what? I feel like going to Paris today. I'm gonna get on a plane and go to Paris today, because you don't care about airfare, right?
Right. That's
What do I
true.
care? I got okay. So from that standpoint, I don't think you want to lock down. That's Susan, our fight. Talking about the storage business I did. She
The
wanted-
what?
My storage business thing, she wanted to talk. I want nothing to do with it. I don't want to keep that. Because she doesn't understand. I don't want to be retired. They have all the time I want. But have to worry about watching what I spend. So I want to replace my income stream so that when I'm not working here, I've got all the time, but I've also got the income stream coming in.
Yeah.
So I can do stupid stuff like, hey, there's a solar eclipse in Vermont. Let's go to Vermont. You know what I mean? Not that I care that much about solar
Right,
eclipse, but you know what I mean. But that's what somebody was telling me some horror story about it. Now the kids just like playing with it, doesn't agree with mom. We're really gonna send those kids to Hillsdale. We gotta be able to pay for it. She not talked about the fact that people want to go to college, they don't want to go somewhere that poisons their mind, indoctrinates them. But want to go to Hillsdale, we gotta be able to afford it. But Susie would be okay with saying, okay, I'll just won't take any more vacations because kids are out of college. Like,
No, exactly.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah. But it's like.
I mean, I raised my kid, I'm not raising hers.
Right.
But I'll be more than happy to help,
Fund it, yeah.
put them in. It's like my buddy Ron dad said, you go to school anywhere you want, but I'll pay for Hillsdale. Right? So
Yeah,
I want to be able to tell the kids, hey, you go where you want to. Papa's gonna pay for Hillsdale.
Like Scott's the point now of the midlife crisis.
Yeah.
And so we're doing Georgia trip and flying to Atlanta, fly out of Savannah to rent over $800 just to rent a car. But if we fly in fly out of it, not even $400.
How does that make any sense?
It does. So.
You got that many more cars leaving the Atlanta airport?
Well, it said, now I saw something that said no matter if you drive out somewhere else to church and a certain price, but it might be more because we're doing it. So it's over double. So I found.
How far apart is Savannah?
4 hours, it's 3.5 hours.
Okay.
So now we decided we're gonna fly in Atlanta, fly out of Atlanta. We're just gonna drive in the morning, get a late flight. Well, now that we're saving the money. A Challenger.
He wants to upgrade the car.
Yeah, so we upgraded it and I'm like, we didn't save any money.
But we're gonna have more
For
fun.
gas.
What did that do? We're gonna have more fun.
Oh, he's like, it's just money. I'm like, it's just money. Okay, pay those.
told Cheyenne what they was before Steve made the argument. When she was talking about. I said, "Honey, why? I want to pay my kids to be able to ask, how can I do that? But you can't do it?" No. My job is to make sure they have experiences. Your job is to bring them into the world.
Pardon me, Brandon Biggs has represented Mr. Dick the last 3 times.
Oh, okay, it's first I've seen him.
Well, he's on the bike association. with
Oh,
me.
that's why I don't recognize, because he's never been in here for anything else.
That's who that man is, and he's representing.
I didn't know Mr. Dick had an attorney.
They bike together, so.
Are we still waiting on?
Well, we got officers here, we're waiting on. And it's 11:35, so we do until 12, is that how we're doing it? Is it 11:30 case?
If it's 11 case, yes.
Yeah.
So noon, we're waiting.
Who's the attorney? Because I still got 2 files. I got Nano and Smolinski.
Moments.
What happened with Nano?
Nano's the 1045 that called and said he wanted it by
Oh, and
lives in Sterling Heights.
you waited till today to try to do it. I'm assuming he's not gonna be here then. He's got 2 tickets. You want to see if you can get a hold of this guy? Get a phone number. You know, you pretty much made that useless.
Yes. Well, just for right now.
Who'd this guy talk to, Nano?
Naomi, I think, on the phone. You too. Judge, are you back?
Yep.
Well, Mr. Smolinski, he forgot, he thought it was June 16th. He only scheduled it to make a precedent. I think that's the word he said, but he's already paid it. So he's, all we have to do is apply the bond and close it.